In order for a person to acquire a second language, a couple of things have to happen. First of all, they have to have a lot of language input. And then secondly, they have to create a lot of language output. We want to maximize both the language input and the language output. If that happens in an environment where there is a low affective filter, then all the research suggests that a person will acquire language. Our classrooms as world language teachers need to be based upon trying to maximize input and output and having a good low affective filter. Of course, we don't want our students just to be creating output in class. It's very important for them to be able to create output outside of class. And there are a variety of ways that they can create with language. They can create spoken language and they can create written language. Written language can come in all different forms, like a text message or an email or an essay or a poem or a presentation, or I like to have students write dialogues. We do a role play as a live communicative interaction, and then if I have them write what you would say in a live role play, I call that a dialogue. So that's a little bit it's moving towards spoken language, but it's still written language. So how can I get students to do that outside of class? Well, each activity that I can either assign them to do or have them choose which activity they want to do includes input from me, and that input could be a video like the video I'm making right now, or it could be a voice recording of me explaining something, or it could be a picture that I label in different ways, or it could be text that I create. But I give them input, and then I have about some kind of an authentic context. And then at the end, I give them the opportunity or give them the assignment to create with language. Sometimes I give them a very specific assignment, like create a voice recording. Sometimes I say either make a voice recording of yourself doing this or make a cell phone video of yourself doing this. Or I can say write a dialogue for this, or create a Google Slides presentation for this, or create any other kind of written text embedded in this authentic context. And what I like to do then, once I've had them create something with language, is I have them put that into a digital portfolio. Canvas now has a digital portfolio that students can curate on their own. But if you're using a different LMS that doesn't have a digital portfolio, then it could be a folder on a Google Drive, or it could be a wiki, or there are lots of different ways to organize it. And so I want my students to create language, not just in the classroom, but outside of the classroom. And then they can share that work product through a digital portfolio or through a discussion that we can then revisit in class or outside of class in any number of ways.